Do you remember Zelda the Minish Cap? Peak gaming. I'll be talking about its aesthetics and its visual design, its gameplay and the new mechanics it introduced to the Zelda formula, and lastly, but definitely not least important, is its story. The Legend of Zelda Minish Cap is just everything that can go right with gaming. Which unfortunately makes me bring up the other point, modern gaming, and why I left it, why you should leave it. I won't go into too much details, but in short, modern gaming has overbloated its budget on things we don't need, things like graphical improvement, things like rendering power, things like frames per second. Modern gaming is also guilty of oversaturating the market. Think of your Assassin's Creed having 20 entries, your Call of Duties having 20 entries, your Maddens, your FIFAs, all those current Mario sports games that are complete and utter trash. And lastly, the thing that modern gaming is most guilty of, the worst punishment thing you can do in video games, it is no longer fun. It is no longer engaging. It has lost all passion. And this isn't just speculation. I can prove this. Think. Do you think that the current developers of Mario, that the current developers of Call of Duty, the current developers of Assassin's Creed, do you think they're actually a fan of the franchise? Or do you think that they're just this sort of faceless corporal entity that are following instructions to make similar games because they saw somewhere in a spreadsheet that these games made money? So you see how modern gaming is kind of diluting the IPs of games in general. Something as legendary as Super Smash Brothers, something as legendary as that, the story mode became a JPEG. Don't let anybody fool you, that's what it is. Mario Kart, did it really have to be open world, or was that just a move that Nintendo made so that they can push for the $80? Did the graphics really need to be improved? Did the frame rates really need to be improved? I ain't even gonna try to defend Call of Duty. I don't even want to touch that mess. We all know that's just made because kids are gonna buy that game. So let's all collectively agree to abandon modern gaming. It deserves to die. No company now is worth our money, and us as consumers should expect better from the media that we consume. So here's what to do instead. Play The Legend of Zelda the Minish Cap. I'm telling you this as someone who values engagement, who values fun. This is the game that you want. Look at its graphics alone. It has all the charm of that retro vibe, and yet it still holds up today, so it can still be enjoyed fully. Just look at the scene. Look at the scenery, first of all. Look at the mountains, look at the leaves, look at everything that this game has to offer. It's so clear. It has kind of these borders around it where it makes the visuals pop. It makes each character pop himself. And if there was one word to describe it, it would just be charming. The game looks just so captivating. Kind of like if you're playing an old rerun of a Mickey Mouse show, you know? It gives you that warm, cozy vibe feeling. Look at the scene where the hat gets mad at you. Wasn't that adorable? Wasn't that like an elderly woman at Target telling you to hurry up, hun, because she's busy? Next is what every game should have, what every game should aspire to do. And some games still lack in this quality. The gameplay. Everything is smooth. Everything is responsive. Everything functions the way it should be. If you don't defeat an enemy, it's your fault that you didn't control it right. It is not Link's fault. It swings, it runs, it moves in exactly the direction that you want to give it. The controllers are just so accurately tight that you can't help but roam around this city. Every nook and cranny is explorable, and the new mechanic that it added of shrinking you down opens up a whole new world for you to explore. Which leads to the third and final point, the story. It's the same basic plot of rescuing the princess, but you need to gather some items to create a sword so that that sword can rescue the princess. And that's all you need, because these games understand that it's not about the story, it's about the gameplay, the journey that makes it memorable. The hook of this game is traveling the world. The hook of this game is exploring new places, both when you're big and when you're shrunken down. The hook of this game is getting new abilities and be able to use them in fun and creative ways. So if you never played this game, or if you skipped the Zelda title for some reason, this is your sign to play it. Like and subscribe. I'll be reviewing at least 2 retro games per week. Also, since I gave up on modern gaming, you guys comment below, what game should I be playing? What game did I miss out on when I was a kid? I'm talking GBA, PlayStation 2, PSP, anything from that era. I love it because even if they're bad, even if they're a little uncomfortable to play or maneuver, they had passion, they had soul, they had a reason to exist other than just money.